Going live. The second I freaking turned this thing on, someone started pounding away on something outside. So we'll see how this goes. Everybody! Oh my God! Are we actually 11:11? We are. Buenos dias. From Shirty and Smiley in Puerto Vallarta. You know who I am. Audra Ricketts from Naked Jaguar Tours. And guess what? I have a cold. Anyone else have a cold? It's actually been freaking freezing here to me. And, excuse me. So, good morning, Dwayne. Mr. Stanley. Are you, Paul Stanley's relative from Kiss? Probably. Being a badass and all. So that's why I'm in the hot tub. Is it's cold here. So sorry if that's annoying to anyone. Anyway, thank you for showing up, everybody. I think this will be a short session partying in the hot tub. Since I have a cold, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Or I don't even know. 11 people? Are you nuts? Not related. You know who I'm talking about, right? I think that was the one I liked the most. He was kind of the sexiest one out of the... I actually have a story about that since I like to ramble, but back in the 70s, I don't know if you remember, there was an actual Kiss movie, and it was like they're in concert, and I barely remember, but we were like post trick-or-treating on Halloween. My sister and I were watching that movie while my parents were getting ready to go out to the disco. I don't care if you don't want to know this story, but anyway, I was like little, like 6, and the doorbell rings, and I run over to the door, and we lived in this huge house in Canada, in Deep Cove, Sydney, on the island, Vancouver Island. And I answered the door, these huge double doors, like beautiful wood doors. And I open the door and I look, and Paul Stanley is like standing there, like full like makeup and giant boots. And I'm like, what the hell? And it was my Uncle Bruce, and my aunt had made him up because she's actually a cosmetician, it's called. So so that's that story. And then he and I drove together to pick up the babysitter, and he scared the shit out of her too. Diana! Mucho gusto. Thanks for showing up. If you didn't know I have a cold, anyone else have a cold? I know it sounds crazy, but it's just been cold here. I've been going out for dinners with Francis, who's still in the house. We're supposed to hang out today. Holy cow, it's February 1st. Who knew? Forgot about that. Time flies, right? But we went to dinner, we're like freezing to death the last couple nights. We're like sitting there like bundled up, and you're like, I thought we were in frickin' Mexico. Matt and Jody Lester! Are you on top of the world right now? You probably... What? Mary's in the house! Hey, sister! It's so good to see you. Coexist? What does that mean? Hold on, I gotta turn the hot tub down. Don't look in my ass. Do not look in my ass. So it's a different style of hair situation. Anyway, let's get back to it. Just got here, Halloween talk. Well, it's Orange Day, apparently. Well, Mara actually was wearing this beautiful, like long sleeve, beautiful orange sweater last night. So orange is the theme today. And I got this new nail polish. It's like matte, kind of, sort of orange. Well, if you missed it, my uncle showed up on Halloween when I was a little girl. We were watching the Kiss movie, About Kiss, that band. with all the costumes, and the doorbell rang, and I opened the door, and Paul Stanley was like, he was like looked exactly like him, black wig, star around his eye, giant platform, black boots, and I was like, ah! Yeah, that's what my family's like. Oh my god. Oh, I should pull that picture up. I forgot to add this picture. Thanks everyone for showing up. Matt and Jody, how did the hike go? Did you make it to the top? Did any of the dogs bark at you? What was I just saying? I already forgot. I can't remember what I was saying. Is anyone else having weird dreams? I literally had a dream 2 nights ago of a tornado. I was like in this big, vast, wide open country, like farmland. And I've never had a dream like this in my life. Like a movie, vivid, unusual. And there's a freaking twister, like off in the distance, like eating up the ground, and went way up. And I'm like, Jesus, do I have a tiny bit of anxiety or what? And then I had weird dreams last night. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Anyone else dreaming weird? Some old guy. I guess he didn't like that, right? That's funny. Remember how if you got an apple on Halloween, you would like chuck it in the garbage because you were told that they put like razor blades in them? Oh my god. Good thing they didn't huck the cans at his fancy car. Or maybe they did. Yes to the dream. No tornadoes, though. Isn't that crazy? No, it's like a Steven Spielberg situation. I was like, I look up and there's like, I've never seen a twister in my life. I'm from frickin' BC. And, but the good thing about the dream was it was there. And I think we all went like, what do we do? What do we do? And then it was gone. It stopped. So that's a good sign, I'm guessing. Good morning, Leslie. Why do I say it that way? I don't know. But let's just review the dog situation. Sunbeams. Anyone else have steak last night? I scored a steak again because I'm a steakist. Rub-a-dub-dub back in the tub. I am, because I have a cold. And it actually feels cold here. When I looked up the temp this morning, it was 19 Celsius, I guess. And that's cold. You gotta stand in the sun or it feels cold. So I'm gonna not wear my shades for a second. 11:11, Mary. How you doing, girlfriend? How's your new place? Oh, you must have the pigeon. Does the pigeon come visit you? What's that pigeon's name? Walter or something? Have you had the pigeon visit you? Dime. Okay. Yes, and if you were here, you could come in the tub too, in a friendly way. And forget I even said that. Yes to the dreams. Okay, what else is going on? Okay, that's it. Well, I guess that's it. The lie. Okay, what? Arrive in PV on Thursday. Oh my god. That's how many sleeps? Thanks for the hearts. You must be stoked. Have you packed yet? So I'm supposed to go for the walk from Boca all the way to Quimixto sometime this week, which should be good. And I'm going to shoot a video, but I'm going to try to shoot a video today because I'm kind of behind, as you noticed probably. Francis, because he wants to go to the yacht club. I've never been there, and he loves boats, and we're going to have lunch, but we'll see if that actually sticks. Dwayne, do you like to eat ginger? What? Are you serious? No, not generally. Why? That's supposed to be good for men. I had a ginger shot the other day with Marilyn. It's not. I've added ginger to stir fries back in the hippie days when I made stir fries for dinner. But why do you ask? Ginger is good for stomach, but not for colds generally, is it? I usually chug garlic if I have an illness, like raw garlic. I'll add or make a big salad or soup or just eat tons of garlic. It's supposed to be really good to strengthen your immune system. But you can hear everyone in town here, mostly I've heard Mexicans, hacking. And like you can tell they maybe even have a flu. It's just like, it's the time of year, it's winter. Good for everything, including colds. Okay, fine. I'll go get some ginger. Someone else told me, oh yeah, my friend was like, go get a shot of tequila. I'm like, well, actually, when we had, I went to a new restaurant last night. It's called, I've never been, but the hell's it called? Okay, so Oscars is right on the ocean, and then right behind is, what the hell's the name of that place? Anyway, it was really expensive. Let's just say that. But and we were like freezing. It was really cool because we were sitting at like in a gazebo right on the river. Actually, it was looked like we were in Venice almost because the house across the way was all like rock wall and stone wall, and it looked like Venice. It was weird. And but Francis and I both got snifters of brandy because someone's got to do it, if you know what I mean. So I might go get some brandy, like I told K Sarah Sarah. Though she's having pumpkin spice coffee with Bailey's, and I want to get some Bailey's now because that sounds really freaking good. With Bailey's in the morning. My friend here used to always be like, come over, I'm making coffee. And she always had to get a massive Costco size Bailey's. And she didn't even really drink it, so I just drained it for her. As a kid, my grandfather would give us kids a shot of whiskey for a cold. Well, you know what? That's that. I have a tiny bit of tequila in my freezer, in my flask. Yeah, where's Ron? That's where I got the flask from. And yeah, it seems to like burn out the esophagus and help. Because sometimes these colds linger. So I'm like, get the hell out of here. I got shit to do. Cassie! How you doing? Thanks for showing up, giant team. So no one else has a cold. It's just me. Is that really true? Kazzy. Did he like to chug whiskey in general? And he's like, okay, I'll give you one sip. Actually, I know a guy on the beach. What's his name again? Cristobal. He always has. You can buy like these tiny Mickeys of brandy for literally, I think they're 40 pesos. It's almost free, like nothing. And he has it in his pant pocket. And once in a while, I'll be like, you want a sip? I'm like, why the fuck not? Okay. But as he's working, he's sipping on this shit for real. That's what keeps him going. If anyone has any questions, shoot them to me. Tell me your zodiac sign and what the weather's like, and if you have a cold. I hope not. I'm like squinching my ass off. It's not me, it's you with the cold thing. What does that mean? Love your lingo, chug whiskey. Yeah, I'm a wordologist because I used to have a greeting card business, if you didn't know. You can find all my old work on Instagram at Rabbit Cards. But you have to scroll down past all the Naked Jaguar Tour ads, but you'll see all the cards that I wrote and illustrated, and they're pretty naughty. Or they're just sassy. That was my tagline, was sex, sap, and sarcasm. And I think it still is. If you know what I mean. Oh yeah, we gotta. Where did Paul go? He isn't here again. I gotta show him my new nail color. Oh, I bet it is cold in the prairies. Oh my God, -20. This isn't funny. You gotta come over to Mexico. Hey, buenos dias to Eric. Wait, I'm missing a couple things. I've never seen your name before, I don't think. Is this your first time, Eric, coming to the most mind-blowing lives in the world? What do we got here? Oh my God, -20. That's brutal. I always love it when I meet prairie folk in Vallarta, though. I don't know, like, I'm like, you're from the prairies. That's fantastic. And I mean, never even been there. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Chug whiskey. We hated the taste of the whiskey, so we'd hold our nose and swallow, but I hated being sick, so I'd take it. Yeah, you gotta just burn it out. Burn it out. It's cool. Okay, where are we? Snow up the hill in Port Moody. Oh, yeah, I bet. I heard they were going to have flurries in Vancouver today. I swear someone said that to me. Capricorn and cold, but snug inside this evening. Oh, yeah, we asked. The Capricorns are in the house. So you just had your birthday, right? Any more kiss and tell movie set stories? That's a good question. I have a really good story. Oh my God. I don't know. Like, no one's gonna find this. I'm like, anyway. I do have a really good kiss and tell story, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Thanks for the good question. So, I got a gig when I was an actor doing stand-in work on the movie Insomnia. They shot it in Vancouver. It's with Robin Williams and Al Pacino. And so it wasn't an acting gig. It was just a stand-in, which is like you stand there where that movie stars will be standing in the shots while they light the set. If you didn't know, but this is a real story, Catherine. Oh my God, let's put some more wood in the wood stuff. Good to see you, girl. I'm trying to keep my glasses off. It's too bright. But yeah, so it was so amazing. I get on set, and well, I was still outside the studio, and like craft services, which is where you get like snacks and coffee and whatever. And freaking Al Pacino all of a sudden like comes into view, and he's like, he's walking into set, and I'm like, I've never been starstruck in my life except for when I saw Pacino, and I've met a few famous stars, but I was like, holy F. So anyway, here's the kiss and tell story. The dude that is his stand-in has literally been his stand-in through all the Godfather movies. Like, he has been the only guy he uses as his stand-in for like the most important, like, giant piece of his career. And I think his name was something like Danny Botticelli or something. He had like a groovy Italian name that rhymed or sounded like. So he and I, because you're stand-ins, you're chatting and getting to know one another for hours. You're just standing in, and then when they're ready to do the shot, they're like, okay, second unit out, first unit's coming in. So you go and talk and like wait till the next shot where they have to use you and blah, blah, blah. And I think I did it for like 3 days or something like this. I'm gonna be fast. Give me a sec. But maybe I shouldn't tell this. We became pals, and then after one night we went and played pool and had some drinks, and he drove me home, and we ended up necking his car. So I made out, this is a long time ago, with Al Pacino's stand-in. Think about that. Anyway, that was that story. Wow, there's all these new names. That's great. Thanks to all you 24 people who showed up to a meaningless Saturday morning live. It's Kevin Robin from Winnipeg. We missed you. Oh man, You weren't here long enough. I'm sorry I missed you, Kev. It's just been so busy. I don't even understand how that's possible, but I hope you had a great trip. I'll see you next time, I guess. Um, Snow here in Cowichan Valley. Aw. My cousin has a house in Lake Cowichan, which is nearby. And it's official. The church bells are ringing. Are you going to bed? Okay. Good night. Now you're coming back? Hi, sweetie. Okay, where was I? That's Smiley. She's going to bed. Goodbye. Oh, she keeps changing her mind. Go to bed. It's okay. Go for it. She's like asking me permission. Okay, I'm totally distracted. Okay, where are we? I can't believe minus 24. Oh, God. 33, you have to go shovel the snow. Well, get to work, Jennifer. How long does it take to do the driveway or whatever? Like, you must have wicked arms. You're like, get back. So, Kevin, Robin, oh, you're in Winterpeg, freezing your asses off now. See, I'm squinting because it's so freaking bright, but then I can't see because these are so dark. Catherine, I want to know, so are you commuting or working remotely? I think you have to commute with your new job, and congrats. That's awesome. Things are just going like that for everyone, right? Anyone else have a cold? It's just me. Jesus, how many bells do you need to ring? Enough already. Jesus, everyone's freezing to death. I'm sorry I'm in the hot tub. I'm not trying to throw it in your face. 38. Wait, is that cold? Yes, what? Oh, you have to commute. Okay. Is that the answer? I don't know. Chispa, Toronto. That means chocolate chips in Spanish, right? Chispa? I think it does. And you have a little brown eye. Anyway, I can't wait to move back to PV. Well, come on. I just talked to my friend. Oh, no, he's in Florida. What am I talking about? But he's from Toronto. I was on that film set as well. Doing what? I didn't like that movie. I don't know. I didn't like seeing Robin Williams play the bad guy. That didn't sit right with me. It was weird. What were you doing on set? I can't remember what you said. You did. I was on that film as well. Were you an actor? You're a badass. Al Pacino is the man. Love the story. We all have some, but this one you've told before, but keep going. Yes, tell it all. I have? I told that one? No, I was describing before. I didn't tell the kiss part, right? Okay, anyway, whatever. I know I told the one where he came up and went, hi, to me, and everyone, you were supposed to stay out of his eye line. Anyway, look, I have a cold. Give me a break. Al Pacino and Frankie and Johnny, so gorgeous. Yeah, he was a stud, huh? He looks like shit now, but I mean, he's 90 or something. Didn't he just have a child? And he's like 85 or something? Yeah, he was pretty sexy. I see little clips of that. That's with Michelle Pfeiffer, right? They have pretty good chemistry, you gotta admit. Gotta admit. Word is that we all have a twin. Yours is Ellie McGraw. You have no idea. Thank you for saying that. How many billion times I've heard that. I think I looked, the first time I ever heard it, I was in Vallarta when I was 21, and this American family like went, oh my God, you, and I had like long straight hair, just like, part in the middle like she used to have when she was, the hot girl or whatever they call it. I'm sorry that this is about nothing. Ask me some questions. Let's make it more. But yeah, they were like, "You look like Ellie McGraw." I'm like, "Who the hell is that?" I'd never heard of her in my life. And I had a Mexican boyfriend at the time. We rented. I've already said this story before too. Love Story, which was dubbed in Spanish. And I was like, "You're right, I do." But I don't know but yeah, I get it. I used to get it every single day for like 20 years. Jennifer, 1 hour or so. What the hell was the question? I can't even remember anymore. Let's go back. Let's go back. Jennifer. 1 hour. Oh my God. You do have nice arms. Do you have to do it every single day? I don't know about snow. I'm from Vancouver. We almost never get snow. Word is, okay, where are we? Commuting. Thank you. So you'll go with Brian. Then the dogs will have to stay home. Oh, no, your daughters are at home. Anyway. Oh, that's great. You must be so happy to have that. Did you already start? I agree about that film. Yeah, I didn't like it. Thanks for the walk down the movie set memory lane. I spent some time around 8 to 10 on sets in van. The only kiss I was near was one night at the museum for the Valentine's Day scene. Oh, that's funny because I don't know if I should say this. I'm not going to say it. But no, my friend, I'll just say part of the story. But my friend was hired to neck with another woman as an extra. Well, I guess that's more like special. What is they call it, like special something? You get paid a bit more than an extra. And she like had to do every take. They had to like, it was on a gay show. And she had to like make out with a chick for like the whole day. I don't know if she cared. I think she was into it. That was funny. And you make a little extra money, so why not? Yeah, it's such an old part of my life, that working on set and everything. It's crazy. I did that for like 15 years or something, and I'm still a nobody. But whatever, you got to try once in a while. So you had to kiss someone on Valentine's Day? Or VE Day? Yeah. Dwayne, Robin was always happy to talk with everyone, but film was a bit off. What were you doing? Why don't you tell me? Are you a camera person or an actor or what? I was in this episode of, was it Cold Squad? I had to audition. It was a woman who had been a bank teller had been shot. Like she got attacked by this lunatic, and she was left with like brain damage. And I had to literally have a seizure in the audition, and like pretend I was in a wheelchair. So I like practiced, at home, and I went into the room with the casting director and everything, and I just started to have this seizure in the chair, and I just didn't stop until finally the director was like, "Okay, enough, enough, enough." And then I got the gig, and it was so creepy. We shot inside the Vancouver Art Gallery right downtown, and my name was Ilene. I was like a Greek woman, and I lived with my parents. So I remember my mom and dad, and she was talking about Ilene. And so I was like, they did the scene, and I'm like a brain damaged chicken at the table. And it was so weird because on the set, they put all these framed photographs. I gave them photos of me as a little girl and stuff, and they made them look like it was from our family. It was really trippy in that house on set. But anyway, the guy that played the guy that attacked me was so scary. He was like a method actor. When we were I was like at craft services at some point on a break, and he was there, and he was so scary. And we did another scene where he was like being taken away in handcuffs, and he was like laughing in my face and stuff. And that's when I had the seizure on set. And but it's so funny because years later, I'm at my favorite beach in Van, and he was there on the beach, and I'm like, that's the fucking guy that like shot me in the head, motherfucker. No. Anyway, rambling. And that's another fantastic story from my life. Excuse me. Okay, Dwayne is not going to reveal his profession. Fine. Were you an extra? Maybe you already told me you were an extra. It sounds like... Hold on. Who is it? There's someone here. That's really weird. No way. Oh, no, it's not for me. Okay, sorry. I thought I heard someone calling my name. Okay, what the hell? Robin, chispa means spark. Saludos desde Mississauga, Ontario. Viva Puerto Vallarta. Viva, viva! That's really cute, Chispa. I like that. Is that your actual name? Is it? I'm sorry, it's too bright. Okay, where was I? Kazi, who did you catch that cold from? Come on. I wasn't necking with anyone, I'll tell you that. But my friend Neil had it, and we were texting, and I told him I caught his cold through texting. But no, it's just going around everywhere. Like, you hear people coughing. I was in my corner store, and it's like the corner store is like a tiny little closet, and she was like hacking. I was like, oh my God. And there are people on the bus coughing, and, I just got it from, and it's been cold. So, I think when your immune system's like fighting because you're freezing, that doesn't help either. Okay. No kiss and tell stories for you. Brad Ford's in the house. El Tuito, is it far from where? What? Is El Tuito far? Have you been there? If so, what do you think of it? Might move there instead of where you are, but not sure if the drive. Thanks. I have been there a couple times, and I mean, apparently it's only 45 minutes, but it always seems longer to me. It's a really interesting drive. Beautiful drive. It's actually really trippy because there's a section of the drive that it looks like Canada. There's pine trees, like really trippy pine trees, and you'll see maybe arbutus. Like some of the area just, it looks like evergreens and stuff. You're like, what the fuck is going on here? But anyway, a lot of people are doing Tuito as an option. Like, they're buying land or building houses or buying houses there or living there or whatever. I'm a beachologist, so it's not going to work for me. But it's a groovy colonial town that seems to be sort of becoming a little bit gentrified like everywhere else in the freaking universe. So they actually have this cool strip. Excuse me. They have like, kind of groovy coffee shops. There's a jazz cafe, I think. There's some cool little bars. There's I did do a video, I think, on it at some point. Yeah, like there's a ceramics store that sells really cool by like a Canadian artist or something, or a couple different artists. So yeah, there's a few things. It's pretty freaking quiet. Like, you're going to end up drinking too much because there's nothing fucking better to do. You know what I mean? That's what ends up happening. But yeah, I would say do it. If you don't need the beach, and I mean, I know an artist, he comes every Saturday to sell his stuff and gets some beach action, I guess, or gets some Vallarta action. And then he lives up there, and it's, he grows his own herbs and vegetables, and it's another world. It's less chaos like that. So I think it's really good option. I betcha there's some kind of Facebook group that has to do with expats that ended up in Tuito, and you should look them up and maybe get some more information that way. All right, and that'll be $5. No, I'm joking. Well, have you seen Charlie the dog? Yes, I have. He is in the care of someone. I heard that his owner died, and someone else is taking care of him, which is great. So he has a new home, and I'm guessing he got some medical treatment. So yeah, that's the news on Charlie, which is great because he was like Well, I told you I went to his house and I'm like, I got to take him because I kind of dropped the ball when I saw him when he followed me to the beach that day and he could not poop and it looked bad. Like Emilio thought it was a tumor and I didn't know. I was like, this guy needs surgery probably. But anyway, he wasn't there anymore. Rumor has it his owner passed away, so I don't know the full story, but I think, aren't they nice? They are turquoise. They were a gift from one of my subscribers, actually. I got them like a year and a half ago or something. So yeah, as far as I know, Charlie lucked out and has a new home and probably is totally groovy. And beach is always the best with a great view. Oh yeah, I haven't shown the view yet. Woo! There's my yacht going past right there. Why hasn't Francis called me? Jeez, these people. Oh, he did call me. 11:31. Hold on. I told him I was going live, but I guess he forgot. He doesn't even know what it is, probably. Yeah, they are. We bought them on the beach, and they're like the real deal where you can see the turk. Oh, no, they don't, but it's stamped silver. So what am I talking about? I usually just wear my hoops endlessly, so I thought I'd switch it up today. My name is Arturo. I've been watching your vids for a couple of years. Love the walks and tours you provide with us. I'm an ex-fiance since 1990, living in Canada. I go back every year, though. Cool. Oh, cool. I think I've seen you then on Facebook, right? Are you a painter? Is that you? You want to know more about my tours. And by the way, to all the billion people here today, I locked myself out of my very old email account, the zenaudra@yahoo.com, Z-E-N, blah, blah, blah. I literally don't know how the F to get back in there. I have tried everything, and it's like, I will fix it. I don't know how, but I'm working on it. But I have another email address I'm going to list below, or I already did. If you want to ask me about tours and stuff, I can send you more information. I have a list of all the potential tours we could do. My most popular tour is Kimixto, and I charge basically a flat rate, or I charge a fee per person, and it basically, you get me for the day, and then you're in charge of the rest. So it's not like I'm just a one-person show, so I'm not set up to like, what? Yeah, so that's just the only way I can figure out. But we can be like, I'm flexible if you have a big group, because usually it's just 2 people. So I basically just charge that, so it just covers my day. So I'm not like spending 8 hours of my time, and then, so Kimixto is always the number 1 tour. And that's usually do the coastal route on the bus or a taxi or Uber, which is beautiful. You get to see the coast and all sorts of stuff and past Los Arcos and all that crap. So it's really pretty. About a 25, 30-minute bus ride or cab. And then we end up at Boca and we wrangle a boat. And it's about 10 more minutes. We go to Kimixto. And then you can do the walk up to the waterfalls, dunk in the beautiful water up there and explore, have guacamole and a beer or 2 or whatever. And then we do a wander back through the village, head over to the beach. You get to get a feel for Kimixto, which is like Gilligan's Island, essentially. And then end up at one of the restaurants, usually Charlie's, right on the beach, have lunch, have more drinks, and then bliss out right on the beach and go swimming and stuff. And then take a panga home. So that's what Kimixto's like. But I do Yalapa. We can do the walk from Boca to Las Animas or Kimixto, or there's, anything, Sayulita if you wanted to. But those are the ones that are the absolutely most popular. Kimixto is a good day trip option because it's not too far. Yalapa's takes a lot longer to get there, but there's tons of awesome shit to do there. There's beautiful jungle hikes, there's waterfalls to visit. You can explore the village, which is really rustic and amazing. and then end up at the beach as well for lunch or blah blah blah, and swim and just relax and just bliss out and yapa, shit like that. But if you email me, the email's below, newaudra@yahoo.com, and I can send you the price, which I'm not saying here, and we can just talk about it there. Tell me who's coming, how many people, and what kind of shit you like. Do you like beach or hikes or relaxing, or you know, we could do like an urban walk around here. I could show you all sorts of the coolest shit in Vallarta. Museum, art, and good restaurants and tacos and this and that. So there's so many options. Tell me what you like. I'm rambling. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming. I do have a lot of good life stories, so like hopefully more of them come out as you prompt them. Yeah, I couldn't live away from the beach. I literally thank you for whiskey and get rid of your cold so you can go with Francis to the yacht club. I bet Captain Francis would love to go out on a yacht. I know, I need to call him because we're supposed to go out there. But thank you. I'm gonna go buy some whiskey, and I'll send you a photo of us chugging whiskey. Thank you very much. Okay, Sarah. Wait, where are we? Urban walk sounds great. Yeah, there's so much. Yeah, you could do murals, snacks, like you could do food. There's so much. There's chocolate factories. There's art. There's just seeing the Malecon. There's just tons. So you could design it so you get to see all sorts of all the top awesome spots and stuff like that. So, do you know what kind of whiskey I should get? Excuse me. Oh my god, it's so bright. I need the umbrella. What? The beach. Love your channel. I didn't want to fan you with when I was there, but I will in a month back to find a rental for 2 months. Definitely would like to hang out with you if possible. Sure, let me know when you're in town. But let me tell you, I just had a freaking dude. I wasn't going to say anything. But yeah, let me know when you're in town. And we'll see what happens. But usually what happens is because this town is so small, we like bump into each other because I keep meeting like subscribers or people that like the channel. And I'm just like, do. And they're like, Naked Jaguar Tours, or they're like, Smiley, or whatever. Where'd Shorty go? And what's my point? Yeah, just let me know when you're here and we'll make it work. What kind of rental are you looking for? Not that I know of anything, but I made the mistake of offering that service a long time ago. And I went, wait a sec, I don't have time. It's too complicated here. Okay, what is your best tour story? Eclectic or famous guests? ? Booker's bourbon. I love bourbon. Thank you. Will that get rid of my cold? I ran into the vegan couple, but yeah, just fun. Which vegan couple? Who? Oh, that have that little restaurant? That really good looking vegan couple? Is it that one? I have a good story, but it wasn't celebrities. Should I call Francis really quickly? Does anyone mind? Okay. I already told him. Any plans going to Guadalajara in the future? I hope so. I've only spent a tiny bit of time there, and it was freaking fantastic. So I hope so. I want to explore all of Mexico, and I've seen like this much. So when the stars align, hopefully I can get my act together and go explore way more of Mexico because there's so much. Roddy! The old lady with her husband. I don't know what that means, but okay. Good morning, Ron. How you feeling, brother? How are you feeling? Did you sleep okay? Does that stuff give you weird dreams? Oh, yeah. Sorry I asked. Never mind. Forget I asked. Here's my best tour story, but I am worried about Francis because he. Okay. Anyway, hopefully he reads the text I sent him. We're at 44 minutes, so 15 more minutes. Louisa and Michael, who have a couple of channels. That must be who they're talking about. Oh yeah. Okay. I gotta look them up then. I've never heard of them. Sleepy. So here's the story. I'm gonna call Francis. Okay, no, I'm not. Okay, I'll wait. But I'm gonna go soon. What was I gonna say? This woman who loved the channel emailed me, and she was like, I want one of your tours to Quimixto, which is spelled Quimixto, if you want to look it up. And what was I going to say? So she booked in advance, like quite a few months, like 3 months or 4 in advance. And it was for a party of 9, I think, 2 kids and the rest adults. And so anyway, the day before the tour, she wrote me and said, oh my God, because they were coming in on a cruise ship, and they're like, the timing for the cruise ship had changed at the last second. And so they had less window to do something. And like Quimixto isn't like go to Vallarta and walk around and see a few things. It's like a thing. It's a real thing. And you're in the middle of freaking nowhere and you could miss your boat. And so anyway, I go, well, the only way it'll work is if you actually hire a boat from the pier in Vallarta, and we hire the boat. And I got some price. I said, it wasn't free. It was expensive. And I go, if you want to pay this, we can still do it because then we'll save a bunch of travel time. And she's like, let's do it. So day of, they show up. We get this really nice speedboat down at the pier and right in the romantic zone. And don't tell anyone about it. I have a great tour reputation. Okay, I'm going to call Francis. Hold on 2 seconds. I don't want him to like leave without me. But and he's really loud. Just get rid. Francis. Oh, good. Because I'm still live. So I'll call you back. I'll call you back in 15, okay? Okay. Oh. Okay, well, we don't know. Doesn't sound like it. Okay, I'll call you back soon then. Have a nice breakfast. Adios. Thanks, everyone. So anyway, we get on this boat, and like these were very tall Texans. I have to just explain, like they weren't obese or they're just like big people. So anyway, we take the boat and we go through Los Arcos, which is these beautiful islands where you can go snorkeling, and there's caves and birds, and we keep going. And actually the dude that was the captain of the boat, he wanted to do his own tour to try to like get tips out of, which is how he makes money. I go, but we're like, dude, we don't want to tour Los Arcos. Like, we just want to get to Quimixto. We don't have that much time. Like, just beeline it there. I'm just going to keep rambling. Sorry, everybody. But thanks for showing up. So we go, like, finally he starts going to Quimixto, and we're literally, I see it from like the beach spot that we're going to, and all they wanted, I called in advance and got all the lounger chairs right on the beach so you can just bliss out by the ocean, have lunch, have some pina coladas or whatever. And the boat ran out of gas. It ran out of gas, everybody. For real. Like the guy opened the gas tank, stuck a broom handle down, and it was dry and no extra gas. And I'm like, wait a sec. This boat was like literally like $200 US. And I didn't even think to ask, does it have gas? Because, you'd think it would come with the $200, And so I tried to not have a heart attack. We ended up wrangling another panga, the boats, we were going to try to put the people onto the other boat, but they were too scared because there's these big people that like weren't super spry or anything. And we ended up getting them to tow us to shore. And anyway, so but it was because anytime I meet a Naked Jaguar tour fan or whatever you want to call it, we're like this. We're like the same type of people. So she was surprisingly like totally like groovy with the fact that this happened, the one that booked it. And it took them hours to deliver gasoline. And the whole time we were on the beach, here goes the bells again. I was stressing out and calling and going like, when are you delivering gas? Like they have to get back at this certain time to go back to their, and they had a shuttle to go to their, whatchamacallit, the cruise ship. So anyway, but they all just like chilled. And she said, you know what I thought? If we missed the boat, we could always take a bus to Mazatlan. That's how forgiving and flexible she was. I was like, how did I get so lucky to land this amazing family? So that's the worst thing that happened. And we got back on time. They got on their boat on time, and everything was good. Though to be honest, they've never contacted me since. So I wonder why. That's the best tour yet. Okay. It doesn't sound like we're going to the yacht club anymore, does it? Okay. Yeah, so that's that story, and we're almost done here. Anyone else got anything else left to say? I'm gonna go get some. Wait, what is that? I need to get that Booker's bourbon. Okay, Booker's bourbon. Got to take a picture of that because these disappear. These comments. I swear to God. Any hoodles? What are you guys gonna do today? Thank you. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. It was literally like in sight. Like we probably could have swam the rest of the way. And I was like, wow. And then, yeah, they literally brought the gas 10 minutes before we were supposed to leave. And I was like, the guy that I helped got to wrangle me the boat. I'm like, dude. And he's like, it's not my problem. He didn't take any responsibility for it. I was like, okay, whatever. We made it back safe. And they had tons of fun, so it was great. I actually forgot, I haven't put that up. I have images and stuff of that trip in it. They're really cute kids and everything. But yours is, what is? Mine is what? I already lost track of all that shit. Anyways, great story. Packing! Do it! Don't forget all your bikinis, Netflix, and a glass of port. This is a wonderful thing. I collected port glasses from the Salvation Army because you can find these beautiful crystal port glasses, and they're 5 cents each or whatever. They're all long gone now, but good for you. What are you watching? Okay, thanks everyone who showed up. Seriously, to the ramble. Going to hang at the pool with Elvis. Good. Give him a big hug for me, please, and a kiss right there in his third eye. And I want to go to the yacht club, so I hope that sticks because it sounded like something new and fun to try out. But if not, I'm probably going to the beach because my friends are going down there today. Dave, are your toes pruning yet? Yes. They are. Good point. And Tanya, hola, good morning. Just joining. What's new in PV? Well, it seems cold in the morning and at night. What else? That's sort of new. What's new? I don't know how to answer that question, but welcome and thank you for joining. Oh, that's what's new. I have a cold. I have a cold and I'm wearing turquoise earrings. That's new. Wait, Tanya, where are you again? I forget, Colorado? I'm sorry, I can't remember all these things. But, yeah, so we're winding down. Kazi, no idea, hubby's choice tonight. So either Western or war-related. There's nothing like a little bit of death. No, I'm joking. Western. Can I think of anything to suggest? No, I don't really like either of those subject matters. Oh, Seattle. Yes. How grim is it there today, weather-wise? Everyone's saying it's like minus 25 or wherever they are. It's like, oh my God. Yacht club is kind of neat. Lots of great boats, but the docks are locked. So it's best if you know someone that knows someone. Lots of great restaurants full of me. Well, that's why, because Francis met a dude that has a boat, and they were like, they connected, and they were like, let's meet up, because Francis is obsessed with boats. And he has a dream to single-handedly drive his boat down here. Though, of course, Stefan and Nada and everyone else is like, no, you aren't. But he wants to do it solo as his very last adventure. But then he's like afraid, once he brings his boat here, it can't go back. So, but that's what we're supposed to do, is meet this dude and have lunch with him. But he just said he hasn't gotten back to him. So he's like, fascinating, right? Well, I'm kind of losing steam because I have this stupid cold, but any other things that we need to discuss before? Let's take a look at the view real quick. What? Wow. Oh, Khayab. Actually, I just met a dude from Ontario on my morning walk. Thought you should know. And his name was Darcy, D' with a capital A, just so you know. He made sure to let me know. What? Hola, young lady. Hello, Norman. Norm Mason here. This guy is serious. Just got into town a couple days ago. Have you ever been to No Say Nada restaurant on Corona? No. Is that right beside Por Favor? I think it is. No, I haven't. If Mary's still on, have you been there, Mary? Because you actually say that sometimes. I haven't, but I think it's a really popular hangout spot. But don't you find it cold, Norman? Sometimes at night and the morning? Any hoodles, I guess I'll go get out of this hot tub. But thank you, everyone who showed up. Thanks for all the questions. I had fun telling my crazy stories. I hope to tell more in the future and get rid of this cold. I'm going to go chug some whiskey for lunch. And I'm hoping to get a video out really, really soon, like maybe tomorrow. And then I'm going to have the video of the Boca walk, if you're into walks, which will come soon after that. So that's what's in the shoot, as they call it, as they say. Dwayne, great way to start anyone's day with your live shows. Have a great day. Thank you. That's sweet of you. Thanks. Everyone, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. And wash your hands if you've been on the bus, or you might get a cold. Bye from across the pond. Have a brilliant day. Thank you, too. Thanks for showing up again. Thanks for all the hearts and likes and subscribes and all that shit. Until next time, adieu. Adieu.